feet are millions of years' worth of history waiting to be uncovered. Remnants of the past showing us where we came from, what we knew, and how we would get by within our daily lives. What is even more captivating are the secrets that people bury with themselves. What didn't they want us to know? You never know when it will be discovered, changing the course of history as we know it. One of the greatest archaeological mysteries to date is the tomb of Qin Shi Huangdi. The tomb was stumbled upon by farmers in 1974 in Xi'an, China, and it changed the course of archaeological history. While digging into the earth, the farmers stumbled across an intact terracotta warrior with unique clothing, hair, and facial features. After further excavation, archaeologists found around 2,000 terracotta warriors over the span of 45 years. Each terracotta warrior was found completely unique, no two looking exactly the same. Along with the soldiers, they found horses, bronze chariots, and weapons. This finding turned out to be the tomb of the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huangdi. Not only is this the biggest tomb that has been found in China, but it is also one of the oldest sources of Chinese sculpture, giving insight to what techniques and designs were like prior to the Han Dynasty. It also possesses a unique layout and various different funerary items, making it one of the most important finds for China. Archaeologists have mapped out the scale of the site, finding it to be around 56.25 square kilometers. However, the contents of the actual tomb itself are still unknown. Qin Shi Huangdi lived from about 259 BCE to 210 BCE, conquering the warring states and instating himself as emperor of a unified China in 221 BCE. From when he became emperor, he was persistent on working on his tomb and how he will be remembered after he died. The tomb itself took 38 years to build, only completed after the emperor's death.
There's not much historical information concerning the tomb because intentional measures were set in place so as to conceal its location from the world. This was done to prevent the treasures inside from being looted, which was not an uncommon practice in those times. The tomb is also said to have traps set for anyone who tries to enter. Arrows will be fired at them. The emperor went so far as to kill all the workers involved in the construction of the traps to prevent such information from ever being circulated. Those with knowledge of the treasures buried with him were also killed. He wished to bury the secrets of the tomb with himself. The 2,200-year-old tomb is said to be one of the richest tombs ever made, buried with chariots, riches, and unspoken treasures, as to be expected of the Emperor of China. While much is still unknown about the tomb, the detailed records of Sima Qian, a historian of the time, provides archaeologists some insight about what they may one day find. Qian claims that a reconstruction of the emperor's kingdom was built in the tomb. Two rivers in China, the Yangtze and the Yellow River, are said to be simulated in the tomb by use of liquid mercury. In addition, the emperor's concubines without sons were all sacrificed and their bodies placed in the tomb with the emperor to provide him company in the afterlife. Though all these are said to be in the tomb, we'll never really know whether it's true or not until we see it for ourselves. This uncertainty is what creates the mystery surrounding the content and architecture of the burial place of the first emperor of China.
Currently, there still remains a lot of questions surrounding how, where, and by whom the terracotta warriors were made. However, through the use of microscopic analysis, archaeologists have been able to determine that the warriors were constructed near the site of the tomb. Moreover, archaeological research has revealed that due to compositional similarities in the makeup of the warriors found in the tomb, it is likely that the clay used to make them was processed in one location and then distributed to various workshops, demonstrating that the various labor involved in the construction of the tomb was highly organized. Archaeologists frequently consult the Shiji, an ancient text written approximately 100 years after the tomb's construction, when studying it. The Shiji claims that the major chamber of the tomb is surrounded by rivers of mercury. While archaeologists have debated the accuracy of what the Shiji says, recent tests have determined that the soil surrounding the tomb has a high mercury content, suggesting at least part of what the Shiji says is based in truth. While archaeologists have discovered a lot about the tomb, there still remains a lot to be discovered. But if and when there are to be new discoveries is highly reliant on two factors. To begin with, technological advancements are necessary because there needs to be a way that would allow researchers to safely access the artifacts without dangerously exposing themselves to the high amounts of mercury encapsulating the tomb. Moreover, there also needs to be technological advancements that allow for the protection and preservation of artifacts when they are discovered. When the terracotta warriors were first discovered in the 70s, the minute they were exposed to the elements, their pigment flaked off. The second factor that is important when considering if there will be any more exploration of the tomb is the opinion of the Chinese government. Currently, the government is adamant that the burial site should not be explored further because the potential for irrevocable damage is too great. Therefore, in order for the mysteries of the tomb to be revealed, archaeologists will need to not only work with technological experts, but also with the Chinese government to ensure that their work does the least amount of harm as possible.
Currently, the tomb of Qin Shi Huangdi remains enshrouded in mystery, but through advancements in technology, archaeologists are slowly uncovering one of the world's most secretive sites.